Alright, I'm a little sick, but screw it. I gotta keep reminding myself, like, I'm not doing this for the views and all that stuff. I'm doing this to fill up my music library, to explore artist discography and just immerse myself. And all the comments and interactions with fans and all that stuff, like, that's a plus. February 24th, 2023, Expressly did not want 21 features on an album, and he wanted people just hearing me. I don't really need other people on my music. That's so cool. It's like, let it be all me, you know, but he does have a feature in here somewhere, I think, right? One of these has a feature. Maybe not. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna be working at the same time, probably.
I'm working online.
Penny X.
Rhyme with my demons, I can take name back.
I know this, I love this song. Dude, this, I feel the need to like reiterate this point in so many different ways, but this is another example of it, which is when I would tell people to release music, just release it, just put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. Don't wait so long, because the point of releasing music is not because you want to have a certain skill level in releasing music. The point of releasing music is you want to share the journey of getting more skilled, right? If you don't release music until you're at the peak and you've mastered your craft, you've missed out on the whole journey of sharing it. The reason why I say that is to say I would consider the song Every Sunday from, you know, in my tier list to be like one of the absolute best Yeat songs ever. But I would also consider this one to be one of the best Yeat songs ever, but they're so different. They're from totally different eras, and I can't decide which one's better because it feels like they were made by two different artists. And then I think about that, and they essentially were, because he keeps reinventing himself as he releases. There's ripple effects throughout the industry, throughout his fan base, and he experiences that feedback and that understanding and the comment sections and the Instagram posts and all the TikToks and the edits and all the fan interaction creates ripple effects back on him. It's like a teacher-student relationship, and then the students are answering questions, you know, and there's a back and forth, and then he uses that to evolve himself and evolve his style and evolve as a character with his ideas, with his understanding, with like the way that he lives his life and everything, especially with his next project, getting sober and all that stuff. The fact that Yeat doesn't have, like, I can't pinpoint a best song because there's several different best songs that he has from different eras. It's like he evolves with every project. Not every project, but I mean, yeah, he evolves with every project to varying degrees. But the guy who made No More Talk and the guy who made Every Sunday both no longer exist. They're both dead. This is a new guy now. I mean, effectively, like from a artist perspective, right? It's a new artist. You can force your own evolution by being, you know, more expressive to the world and being more vulnerable by releasing music, because that's what that is. That's vulnerability. That's why people are scared of it, because they're scared to honestly express themselves and be judged for it. By doing that more and more and more, you force this evolution, this ship of Theseus. You force yourself to reinvent yourself over and over and over again, and that's character arcs. That's character progressions. That's the whole point of this. I'm not gonna add this one right here to my library because I already have this one added, which this one, dude, this song gives me unexplainable power, but it's just instrumental. Now the thing I like about this one, this is not even like a song. This is not even something you listen to. This is not something for the car or anything like that. Usually when people slow down songs, a lot of the 808s are gone. They have to turn down the bass and the sub bass a lot, which if you hear this, there's basically no bass at all. There's no low end, but that gets rid of that like lulling, that painkiller, that endorphin or whatever. It's a lot more mindful with this. So it's like mindful, smooth, like locked in at the gym, not insane, you know, you're not pushing, like going crazy or whatever, some like breakcore or whatever, you know, Ziz music, but it's just clean and smooth and a little bit psychopathic, a little bit like I'm the main character, a little bit like life is a single player game, screw everybody else. Oh, so somebody else added a guitar. Let's see if Sky made an interesting one, you know? Might want to add it to my library. Usually I like the Sky versions. Wait, nah, the way that came in was cool. It's cool, and the melody's really nice and all that stuff. It's like a more fleshed out song, obviously, but the simplicity of this one is what does it. This is the best intro of any Yeat project.
I'm working on dying.
That sounds like it's like a, you know, cathedral with like a lot of echo. You know, someone with like a really tappy shoe, whatever. I don't know how to describe it. Like a really loud shoe, they like step, and those footsteps, that's what it sounds like. It's like a really grand kind of, it's not grand in this way actually. It's a really futuristic sound. The way that he uses it. Yeah, that. Alright.
Yeah, you heard me right. You ain't picking no fight, you ain't picking no fight. So cold, my dumbest nigga that won. That big up kids on the set, them bitch won't fight.
I mean, this song's alright. Actually, it's kind of redundant.
Reach on, reach pop, bend, they done. Pull up with stick and then got a whole honey. Get a bitch coverage, I tap up on. I know the
bro, I did not know NBA YoungBoy was in this. This is cool, sometimes. Oh wait, it says it here. I wonder if any of the other ones have features. I think this is the only one actually. Because I could have sworn, I remember looking at this on Rap Genius and there was only one feature, but I couldn't remember who it was.
I get the bitch and I kiss me a bag, pull up and I tap it, I pop it in pipe.
Honestly, bro, I'm not a fan of NBA YoungBoy. Usually, most of the time, 99 out of 100 of his songs, I don't like. I think they're wastes. And yeah, this is another boring NBA YoungBoy verse.
I got them M's and I do it again. Got a bitch trap breaking.
Yeah, you heard me right.
I get that Yeat's a fan of all these guys that he features, that I criticize, the Uzis and the NBA YoungBoys and all that stuff. I'm not that much of a fan of these artists. I mean, I'm a fan of I like all the artists. I just don't like a lot of their music. And I know Yeat's a big fan, and if we ever end up meeting, he'd be like, yo, why are you talking shit about all the artists that I like? And like with all the sounds that I hear from Yeat, I see how they're inspired by these guys. He might see it as like, oh, these guys inspired me. Why? How do you not like their music? I don't know. I'm just being real. I'm telling you how it is. Maybe I'm biased because he releases so much music and I look at his career as a part of his story and that influences my opinion on his music. That definitely is a part that plays into it, but I'm not denying that, but that's a part that plays into it. So why don't these other artists do that kind of thing? Maybe I'm just a cult follower or whatever, and I just like Yeat's music, like unconsciously. If it's Yeat, then I'll like it. But if it was a different artist, then I wouldn't like it. Who knows, you know? There's a bit of interesting risk-taking going on with the flow, with NBA YoungBoy as well, his flow. But it's just a boring song. Honestly, I feel like these kinds of features, I feel like Yeat shouldn't be featuring artists like NBA YoungBoy or Uzi, or even like mainstream rappers like Drake and Lil Wayne and all that stuff. I feel like Yeat should be featuring artists like Mariah Carey. That's the feature that we need. Yeat x Mariah Carey. My cousin showed me yesterday, from like 2022, I didn't even know about this, there's a Destroy Lonely and Pink Panthers like collab. And it was actually like not bad. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to that kind of stuff one day. Like, Yeat has done a lot, right? He's done a lot in the game, but there will always be a thing where it's like, oh, but he could have a Mariah Carey feature, dude. That would elevate his status in terms of greatness, in terms of being appreciated by everyone. Yeat x Mariah Carey, this is the feature we need. Make it happen. I like this melody. I like this. This is wavy. It's chill. It's wavy. This cover art sucks. Like, I know that the puffy jacket isn't supposed to be like it's not supposed to make him look fat, but this is obviously all Photoshop, but he looks fat. This smoke is obviously like, it seems like the kind of thing that like you just took a bunch of images from Google and just threw them all together, like a bunch of transparent images. It doesn't look like anything like this watch looks like it would probably be a little higher up, or it would be like a different angle, you know? Like, this watch doesn't look like it's the proper angle at all. It's like the hand is like this when the watch is like on a wrist that's like that, you know? It just looks really thrown together. I don't like this cover art, dude. I think this is the worst cover art he's ever had. I know this song. Nah, this is evolution right here. You really gotta turn it up to immerse yourself.
With the game, you cannot fuck with us. Ripping the curb.
Nah, dude, with this melody, the melody with vocals, throwing in that whistle and the effects on it that he has on it, that's like, you gotta admit, like, other artists don't do stuff like this.
You cannot fuck with us. Ripping the curb out the beach.
Like, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. And that's what I love about what Yeat does. It seems cliche and played out because it's only marginal improvements. It's only marginally more effort than other artists, you know? But that the little like 20% extra makes 80% of the difference. It's stuff like this that makes Yeat transcend all the other Cardi clones and all these people. It's not even like a lifestyle that, oh, he really lives it. These other guys are just wannabes. They really also do live that lifestyle. And Yeat doesn't even, you're only a wannabe when you're not successful. If he was successful, he'd be a wannabe of this style as well. And I don't think there's any like devil worship going on or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if there is, honestly, but I don't think there is. When you take that extra 20% and to try to be original and to try to push yourself to really, really like take new ideas and put them here and put them there and evolve them and push them to their limits, it makes your music more, at least for the other artists out there, the music becomes what you make of it. Like as a listener, right? It becomes, you set the trends where other people go, oh, I want to be like this guy. In the same way you see people online go, oh, I want to be the next Aiden Ross. I want to be the next Kai Cenat or whatever. Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat did not make it by looking at somebody else and going, I want to be the next this guy. They looked at it and said, there's an avenue to do something totally new here that nobody else has done. I want to do that. When you hear a lot of these other guys, these opium guys and all this stuff, it's clear when you hear their music that they're attempting to replicate that sound. They're not going in and creating great art and then just seeing how people interpret it. They're trying to make people interpret it in a certain way. It's like a film director going in and having like a forced theme or whatever. Like, oh, I want people to imagine this and then come up with edits in their head and all this stuff. It's like, even if you can succeed at that, which, you know what, there are formulas to these things and you can absolutely succeed at that. You can succeed at making a song that's like TikTok formulaic and it puts you in that like, you know, the scrolling mood and mindless and all that stuff. But what if you want to be in a stoic mood? What if you want to be in an absurdist mood? What if you want to be in like a main character mood? Or what if you want to be in a humble mood? What if instead of, you know, it being like a TikTok scrolling mindset, what if it's an Instagram Reels scrolling mindset, you know? By going in with these ideas of I want the song to be like this, rather than I just want to explore these ideas and see what comes out of it, you limit the song and what it could be in the minds of people that are interpreting it. And there's a balance to be had. You can't go extreme in either direction, but a lot of people just follow the formula and just go extreme because they don't, you know, get rich to make it in the music industry, to make music, to share music. They share music so that they can make it in the music industry so that they can get rich and then they can live comfortable lives. With all music is, it's a balance, it's a game. You know, music will influence you in a certain way. If you're feeling in this mood and you don't want to be in that mood, then you can listen to music to counteract that, or you can listen to music to go even deeper into that mood, you know? So music has some control over your mind. You submit to it to a certain extent. But there's also a bit of control that you have over it in the way that you interpret it. If you're feeling confident while you listen to Yeat's music, you'll start to think you unlock the secrets of the universe. If you're feeling poetic while listening to Yeat, you'll feel prophetic. If you're basking in melancholic solitude, maybe not with this song, but with others, it'll make you feel like Guts from Berserk. And then you think about it and you're like, oh, you have to test out all these ideas to see what works. You have to release them. You can't just make them in the studio and then never release them. You have to be able to put it out there into the world and see, okay, 1 out of 20 songs, if even that, will actually resonate with people, and then I can get reasonable feedback on this style and on these ideas. So you have to release all 20. People only notice what styles work in hindsight. You have to test it out. You have to put it out there. You won't know, oh, this is what's going to work in the music industry. You have to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And in hindsight, we could say, oh, this ambiguous overstimulation style is obviously what would have worked, because everyone's going through it right now. Everyone needs music to let them play out their emotions in their mind, you know? So obviously it would work. Hindsight's 2020 though. And a lot of the songs in this project, some of the songs in this project and some of the ones in the last one and the one after this, it's if you allow it to inspire you, it's really inspirational. Like, even if you don't, it kind of, a lot of these songs have this like subconscious inspirational soundtrack to life, like get up and get to it type of vibe. Almost as if to say to like the deeper part of your mind, like, oh, this is interesting, this is cool, I enjoy this, but I wonder how much I would enjoy this. You know, blasting in a drop top McLaren riding through the city and feeling like I own the place with like a good team behind me, and I'm feeling like I'm like chasing my dreams and I'm going on the grand adventure of life. How would this feel then? And that's partially why I want to record my reactions, because even though my reactions don't get any views and I don't have great reactions, other people crazy overreacting and all this stuff, and I'm just gonna keep it real the whole way. And with this stuff, it's like I already heard this, but I want to go through Yeat's discography. I want to add the songs that I haven't heard that I like to my library. I'm just getting in the habit of this with Yeat's stuff, but with other people I'm gonna start listening to music that I haven't heard before. But when I put people on the music, I can't tell them, like, words don't do it justice. I want to share that experience with people. I want people to see how it feels to hear that music for the first time. So while these reactions, because I've heard these songs before, are not going to be that crazy or whatever, this is just me getting in the habit. Because I know if this becomes something really cool, if we start doing like album release parties and all that stuff, the memories we'll make will be a like, oh, you just had to be there type of thing, right? But no, it's not a you just had to be there, because I have the video. You could see how it was to be there. And also I think it'll be cool to just get feedback to whoever wants it, whoever makes music and they want feedback. Like, we're at the brink of a turning point in the music industry, and legends are about to be made, like the Yuri Prohaska walkout song. So I look at that and I'm like, how could I not be a part of this? It's so beautiful what's happening right now. How could I not throw my 2 cents in here, you know? That's why I don't ever charge, and I never will charge for studio time. You come to a studio, be creative, and I want to be a part of it, you know? You gotta give me a little respect at least. I'm gonna be there in the studio, you know, trying to be a part of the process. I won't be too intrusive, obviously, because I don't make music like that. But at the very least, I want to be there to see with my own eyes. I love that. I crave that. I crave what it was like being in the studio with my brother, you know, like so many years ago. I don't get that anymore. So now it's like, we would never charge each other studio time. So, and everyone is a spiritual brother and sister to me, you know? So yeah, come through the studio. Yeah, forget all this like, oh, paying for studio time and all this stuff. I don't want the credit on this thing. It's like, nah, we'll just make legendary, iconic shit. I love that bar. I'm not from London, bitch. I'm not your average bloke. That whistle's crazy. I don't remember this one. Whoa, this is 2093 sounding, actually. This precursor to Breed. I'm mad at this one. That's crazy. First time, I mean, I heard this before, but I don't remember it. Maybe it's the fact that these are pretty hi-fi headphones. They're Meze 109 Pros, in case anyone was wondering, but he's doing a similar thing to how he did it in Alive. And this really makes you appreciate Yeat's early stuff, because he was doing more in Alive with his ad-libs, with all the weird wavy, where he would basically just repeat his verse in his, not his ad-libs, his effects, right? Where the reverb, the echo would basically literally just echo exactly what he said at the same volume as his lyrics. And then it would throw all these other effects on it and have its own like reverse reverb. Like, it was really weird, really cool. And I'm surprised how often it worked. But this is a similar sort of like, it's about equally as loud. That's so interesting. I love that, because it makes it feel, the song feels so full while at the same time feeling so simple. Now, this is actually a super interesting song. Why did I not notice this the first time I heard the album? And this is also, this style of 808 that he has in here, and this style of percussion in general, he has it throughout a lot of songs in this album. Bro, like a couple weeks ago, I found this TikTok and I'm like, oh, let me just save it so I can include it in this video, right? But this song is in the last project. I heard this beat and I'm like, oh, this must be from AftërLyfe. When I heard Crank in the last project, I had the thought to myself like, oh, this sounds kind of like, a lot like his next project. It sounds like it was made later in the thing. It didn't sound like it was made later, but it sounded like he was trying to go for that new style with this song more than any of the other songs in the last project. But I didn't say anything. I wish I had said something, because yeah, this has the same style. It was in the last project, but it has the same style as all the songs on this project. So I swear I'm not gonna edit in the editing, but
I just put a bit of tank.
And this song grew on me. I didn't give him much credit in the last reaction, but this song really grew on me. Bro learned how to whistle and don't know how to act ever since. But that's the thing, bro. He takes an idea, he goes, oh, I just learned how to whistle. That was an iconic thing. When he went on Instagram, he's like, guys, I know how to whistle now. And now he's just been spamming it.
The bitch is fucking retarded, bro. You don't even know.
Yeat has enough like evolution and greatness to where we can start to criticize it. With other artists, it's just like, oh, unmemorable artist, brain rot music. You listen sometimes or you don't. But with Yeat, we can actually make jokes. That's what I like about all this stuff. It's like he puts genuine effort and care into his music. And even if you put like 10% effort into your music, that's still 9% more than the rest of the industry. Like that goes a long way. It's cultish behavior. I would honestly much rather listen to like a Tory Lanez project I've never heard, or like a Lil Yachty project I've never heard. Even like Hans Zimmer stuff, or like video game soundtracks and all that stuff. Like that stuff excites me more than listening to Yeat stuff. I'm going through it because I'm gonna go through all of it anyways. Or like breaking down lyrical geniuses. That seems really fun too. I mean, I give Yeat a lot of credit to make a point, and I kind of go overboard with my like, oh, I'm trying to make this point, and I do it all the time, and I'm relentless with it, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. But it isn't just like, oh, Yeat cult or whatever. I deeply appreciate everyone in the industry that gives even like 5% effort. There's a million different, like, there's Pusha T stuff I haven't listened to. There's HL stuff, new stuff that I haven't listened to. There's Kenny Mason stuff that I haven't listened to. And he's not like he puts in effort, but not that much. I will say Yeat is among the more fun of the guys that I mentioned, and generally because he's got a really fun community. Like a lot of these other guys are normal rappers that fit into the category of rappers who actually care about their craft. But Yeat plays into the character and he kind of transcends that a little bit, entering the category of like road less traveled. Just in terms of artistic greatness, he's definitely got a long way to go. I mean, he's got to make the lean bar, he's got to elevate his features, and he's got to have a Mariah Carey feature. But I will probably continue to glaze him until the foreseeable future to make my point, which is put your art out there into the world and don't look back. I already know this song. I'm adding it. Nothing special about the song, nothing exceptional or anything like that. It's a chill song to have when you're driving. This is hard background music for driving, for like if everyone's having a conversation and you just want to play something, you're on the way to like a convention or something, you're about to get hype, fill up everyone's confidence meter like just a little bit more, make it overflow a little bit. This is the music you play.
Whoa. Why they trying to jam my
get people in the mood. I remember this one and I did not like it, but it feels like it's gonna grow on me. Look, this is one of the things about this that looks really poor to me, is that there are obviously a bunch of different levels, but this, dude, the shadows and the highlights of this should not be visible with the X-ray. This is very clearly somebody who just threw this into Photoshop and then just like lowered the opacity a little bit, rather than actually like creating like what it would look like if it was X-rayed. This jacket would not look like this if it was X-rayed, and I'm trying to like, corridor crew my way into showing like where the flaws are. It's in showing the highlights and shadows of this. You're not seeing highlights and shadows for the bones and all that stuff. The light that you're getting from this is the light passing through it from the X-ray. And same deal with I think the chain is done okay. Chain is done okay. I think the watches are done okay. Just this jacket, bro. That part was really weird, but like, I can appreciate the fact that he's doing all these things. This is another chill song. It's not a song to play in the car, but I'm sure it would have its time and place. Probably with something like just having in the background or working. But that part that just play doesn't fit with that, But the melody's nice. This vocal effect is... Yo, what are you doing? He's in the studio just saying gibberish. This has to be a freestyle. This has to be him, like a scratch track that he made. Oh, let's just test it out. Let's just throw a couple flows on here and then I'll fill it up with lyrics later. And he's like, it sounds good enough. Okay. This is a little more intense. Don't remember this.
I got bucks, so don't give fucks, and I got beer money. Big today, I will be up, I'm a beer junkie. I just
dude, this part's heat.
It's like my fucking family. If I jump up off this bridge, my fucking fans are jumping off with me. Yeah.
Dude, nah, this instrumental's so clean. He's giving so much credence to this instrumental that's really simplistic. I respect it. This is cool. This is cool, especially the ad-libs that were like right here. I mean, I don't like the hook, but everything else is really good. Oh, nah, wait. This is my favorite song in the album, actually. I love this song.
I got 5 million in each account.
It's not a good idea to have 5 million in each account. That's not FDIC insured. Some banks will insure 5 million, some will go to 10 million, but they're not that many. They're like fintechs and stuff. Really pay attention to the synergy that his main vocal track has with his 808s. They play with each other, dude. It's so cool to see.
I love my son, and see my baby, she lick my rabbits. Every time I'm happy, I lay back and close my eyelids. I've been living my eyelids. Every drop I'm about to kill a motherfucker. Every drop I'm about to hit from the sky, and then motherfucker die, and then motherfucker cry, and then motherfucker.
And the ad-libs add so much. And then there's always something new happening. This song is such an interesting ride, dude. It's a trip. Don't remember this one.
In the building, make the frogs round. Sipping lean, but
There's some cool parts to this. It's growing on me, but I don't think it's good enough to add.
serving fiends. I stretch the work, it's not no Levi jeans. What you ask me, what's sitting on my
I think if this was a different artist, I would actually like it more. Although I do exhibit some cult behavior, there's also some counteracting because this song is good enough to where I would add it if it was like, I mean, I don't think the vocals are that good, but this instrumental, I like these menacing instrumentals.
Oh, you were trying to take my spot, that's not how it goes.
That's how you know I'm with them guys, B. Yeah, I keep stacking bills like I'm Cosby. You said you tryna feel they don't.
I keep stacking bills like I'm Cosby? How have I not added this before?
It cost me
I'm adding that. I added it. That was crazy.
On my diamonds and she'll beat them bitch on tank. Ask me what's at stake, I told him flank. Yeah, I've been making.
Ask him what's at stake, I told him flank. Dude, every time, I'm not paying attention, I'm like doing work. Every time I lock in to pay attention again, it's some crazy bar. I'm glad I added this. I gotta go back through this and listen again. Hold up, I actually gotta head out. All right, you know what? We're gonna do a change of scenery. As long as I drive smoothly, should be good. The camera shouldn't move. Let's continue. I really like how Benny X, I don't know if he started this, but he really leaned into this where instead of doing the basic formula of throwing your producer tag right before the drop, like every single other producer, you're trying to get like a highlight reel, like how Modelo sponsored that Jorge Masvidal Ben Askren knockout. Like he's throwing it into like random parts of the song, you know, like Audio Jungle, but Benny X. Bro, none of those lines rhymed with each other. Alright, this is another one. This is a scratch track, bro. Ooh, I like this switch up. Dude, wait. This is the kind of song I like in this album, bro. It's chill, but there's a lot of like interesting little relaxed, low-key, throw in some cool melodies, throw in a cool bar here and there, like a really hard bar. These kinds of songs are like a forced confidence boost. All their music is pancake it flops. Nah, dude, this stuff is, sometimes it's just a little too low effort. This song has to be a joke. He put this song in this album to see people's reactions, see if they'd actually go like, oh, this is hard. This song is a troll. The top comment is, thank you, Yeat. I am a struggling mother and I have one daughter. She is 6 years old. I can't read all this and drive. You can't text and drive. I'm not texting and driving. I'm actually not even driving. This is a green screen. I came to pick her up and I heard this masterpiece being blasted on full volume. My ears were so blessed.
I feel like making a beat.
What the fuck is he even making in this album, dude? Nah, dude, all these songs are made in one take. I mean, it's got cool moments. He used the I do whatever I want. He does that a lot. If you listen to all of his songs, you'll hear the same motifs, same lyrics, same flows happen over and over and over again. He comes up with an idea, he says it in like 4 or 5 different songs, and then that's why he has so many songs that are not released. If you listen to a lot of his unreleased stuff, it's repetitive, like vocals from his other. The stuff he chooses to release is not like dependent on his performance on it, because he'll perform the same on many songs. What the? It's more just like him releasing songs is more just like picking instrumentals that he likes. I mean, I like that he's trying new things and experimenting and all that, but I don't like this one. Like, gimmick, cool, you tried it. This one just doesn't work. This ad-lib doesn't work. I'm surprised this song is not named Awu. It's called Heavyweight for some reason. Okay, wait. I don't usually like whispering songs, but this instrumental is like, it fits. This is how you do it. It's so rare that I like a whispering song. Now, dude, I thought he was hard to understand in his earlier projects. It's impossible to understand him. You have to look at the lyrics to know what he's saying. There's no way to know otherwise. I arrived at my destination. I guess I'll change scenery again, maybe. It's been a minute since I completely forgot all about like the reaction. I was supposed to do it, and I've been putting it off. I was supposed to do it that night, then I got sick, and then I wasn't feeling it. I was tired that first night. Like, the more time that passed, the less I wanted to do it. And then I found this song, this like leak, Yeat and Lil Uzi, Crash That Bitch, and it sounds like No More Talk. It sounds like the intro to this album. And not like, it didn't sound like it. His flow sounds like it. And it's one of the things I wanted to point, like I pointed out earlier in one of these songs. Like, he does this a lot. He makes so many songs, and so many of them never get released because he's using similar flows, similar bars, similar lyrics, and just seeing which one like really clicks with him. But he's trying them all, like, my demon, I can't take nothing back. Yeah, the beat to this is crazy. Okay, so I heard it up until about there, and then I'm like, I gotta make this reaction to the rest of this album, but screw it, I'll react to this.
Yellow lamb, just like it's a taxi though. I be in my fucking pad, just like it's a maxi though. Kill my op and put him in my living room, that's taxiderm. Ooh, you need to calm down, slime, I'm a nasty germ. Taking definitions and I'm switching words and all the terms. Yeah.
Uzi has some terrible bars sometimes. Dude, the 808s on that is crazy. This one I've heard plenty of times, and it's one of my favorites.
Bullets make it spread, make it dead, cut your head. Put no ice and flag.
I gotta download this right now.
In the front, I barely pull up on the fed. Hold up. I was just shriving and dabbing the fed.
No, the effects he used on his voice, on the ad-libs. I hate everybody, little bitch. Actually, look at what this community does, bro. We already went over this song earlier in this album, the song Whoa. But if it was on 4L, like if it had a 4L type beat, a remix I made. Terrible mixing, terrible quality. Oh, I thought it would be interesting to give it a different vibe. I might be high as hell, but this sounds like a heavy synthesized version of Teen Bean by Ken Carson. That's crazy because the lead is a Teen X Serum preset from the, like, dude, they're sharing their sauce, they're sharing, like, the capacity to make music, to go on the journey of making music is expanding in so many different ways within just Yeat's community. I love this stuff. This is the kind of attitude that will take the music industry in a positive direction. It's the blurring of the line between creator and consumer. This attitude it transcends music. It's miserable people have this attitude of like, oh, I already did this thing and it's on social media and I already posted it. So clearly I don't have to do it anymore because I only live for the validation of people knowing that I did something. Versus actually, like, if you enjoy walking, You will go for a walk every night. It won't go, I already went for a walk, I don't have to do it anymore. You don't care about the destination. You care about the journey. You care about continuing to play the game. Playing the game matters more than the win. If you had to lose the game every time and you would still play it, that's how you know you love that game. If you imagine yourself, worst case scenario, I lose the game every time I play it, and you wouldn't play it, it's not worth playing. Don't play it. It's not a game worth playing for you. But he inspires this as like a way to say like, try it out, be a beginner, make mistakes. Let's all like be able to forgive each other for not being great at making music and just have fun making music. And then his audience gets inspired and they make stuff like this. It's a massive feedback loop, a yin yang of like just creativity, like inspiring. Audience inspires artists and then artist inspires audience, and it just grows and grows and grows. It solves the problems of the current music industry, and it will create a new music industry that has its own problems and its own adversities. But we're exiting the old age, we're entering the new age. And it's posts like this that I see, random things like this that let me know like Yeat is on the forefront, he's on the cutting edge of what the music industry will turn into. And it's for the better. The old guard of record executives, you know, screwing everybody over and, you know, wearing their suits and, oh yeah, I don't care about music at all, but how can we extract the most money from all these people, including our own artists, you know, basically owning slaves. Yeah, that era's over. All right, back home. I remember this song. But see, I was a bit burnt out from Yeat, from all that. I'm glad I took that break because now that I'm back to it, it sounds so much. You need a break from this kind of like really overstimulating music, and the style does get repetitive. It's like you shouldn't have your music library full of all this stuff. I mean, that part was cool. This instrumental's cool. It's chill. I like. It's alright. I don't think I'm gonna add it though. Type Money. Zob said he liked this one. That part was heat. You know what? I like it. It's growing on me. I'll enjoy this. Alright. Demon Tide. Is this the outro? This sounds like an outro. Dude, this instrumental is really interesting. No, this is a really weird. This is experimental even for Yeat. Most underrated song on the album. His beat selection is crazy for real. Yeah, I can imagine this being like a lot of people's like favorite song on the album. This is odd though. I'm not that much of a fan of it, but there's merits into like studying it. Okay, last song. I knew, yeah, this was the outro. I really like this song. This song is a work of art, honestly. Actually, when you let it grow on you, I'm adding this. Actually, I'm not adding it from that. Bro, I keep saying Yeat's community, the way, the creativity of his community, but like if you take artist plus community, it's like Yeat, Cardi, Kanye, and like a couple other communities that are like really up there in terms of their total cumulative creative capacity. Instead of the original version of Mysëlf, I'm downloading this one. I'll just let it play. Nah, I'm adding this. Genuinely one of the greatest Yeat songs of all time. And you know where I got it from? Some Reddit post. Someone in his audience. I don't have that much to say in this outro. I gotta start going through the library, finishing up this whole Yeat saga so I can start adding other music to my library because I cannot be all filled with Yeat. So yeah, let's speed through these. I think I only have one more project. Yeah, Lifestyle, that's the last project. It's been almost a year since that was released. It's uncharacteristic of Yeat to wait so long since it released. He did release 2 singles, The Bell and also I'm Yeat, and I heard both of those. They were alright. I mean, I didn't give them like that much of a fair listen. But I might go check out them like the whole song because what I've learned from this whole thing is like his songs tend to grow on me over time listening to them. Even if I just listen to half a song, I gotta listen to at least like 3/4 to like really get the gist of it. Alright, I'm back doing music reactions. We're about to speed through these. Goodbye, guys. Dude, this song is like stimulating my G-spot, bro.
Hot box the room, bro. We gotta make sure no cop rolls up next to us. Bro, we could totally fucking whip up some crazy shit on FL Studio.